These are the best long-lasting summer fragrances that last at least 10 hours. The season is upon us, guys. Summer is approaching rapidly, even though it is actually raining right next to my head. We'll ignore that, guys. In London, we get at least 3 weeks of summertime, which is pretty good. I'll take that. So when you get a summer fragrance, usually you know that they're very top note heavy. It means they focus on citruses, your light and nerolies, and not a lot of the times they'll focus on the heavier stuff, the base notes that, although are longer lasting, they kind of make a fragrance quite thick and not too suitable for the summertime. Unless you have a very skilled perfumer who knows what they're doing and knows how to make a nice balance where a fragrance still feels light, fresh, or tropical, whilst at the same time having the base notes there to give it robustness, give it some longevity. So today we have 9 fragrances covering a variety of styles that gives you at least 10 hours of performance, whilst I still think these are all still very fresh and suitable for the summertime. Let's begin. YSL's Y-EDP Intense. I currently think this is actually the best concentration of YSL's Y, everything considered. I think it's better than Y-EDP. I think it's more modern. It smells more interesting and new compared to the Y-EDP. And I think it just has a very nice, smooth blend. They've kind of smoothed out Y-EDP from what it once was. If I had to describe this fragrance, it is like blue, creamy, soapy tonka bean. This is how I would describe Y-EDP Intense. They've taken out the apple, taken out the sage. It's not as piercing or as aggressive as Y-EDP once was. It still gets a solid medium projection for at least 10 hours, which is very good for a freshly like this, and it just smells easier to wear. I think this smells really pleasant, has a great sillage in my opinion. If you want to get noticed with a blue fragrance this summertime that really lasts a long time, go for this. Mancera's Oud Lemon Mint. It's funny, some people say in the comments that actually this is too strong to be a summer fragrance. I strongly disagree. I think this is perfect for even the most intense heat situations. Oud Lemon Mint to me has barely any sweetness, basically no sweetness at all. And in the summertime, you don't really want a sweet fragrance at all because they become more intense in the heat. Your fragrances activate more of your skin with heat. And really what you want is something that's bitter and refreshing, that's not going to annoy you in intense high heat. And Oud Lemon Mint to me kind of smells like a soapy detergent fragrance that's mixed with a candied lemon and a musky, woody synthetic oud. Super long lasting, 14 hours. It's the most challenging in its initial opening and then dries down even more nicely and smoothly. I used to actually not like the opening of this, it actually grows on you. So it's an interesting fragrance. You wear it several times and it's very unique and you just kind of learn to appreciate different aspects of it every single time. But 14 hours of the media projection is really impressive for such a fresh and piercing and invigorating fragrance in my opinion. I think this is very much suited to the summertime. Do you agree or disagree? 32% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys want to see our channel grow, to really help us out, click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you. Dior Sauvage Parfum. Again, I think this is the best concentration of Dior Sauvage. I think it's really underrated. I actually hated on this when it first came out. I kind of thought this was a bit boring. It's very interesting how the Eau de Parfum, actually I don't think that's suited for the summertime, but the Parfum I think is. They've taken that metallic, sharp, musky ambroxan lavender of the Eau de Toilette and they've calmed it down a lot. Replaced all of that ambroxan with a nice mellow sandalwood instead. This is a sandalwood and mandarin tangerine for Dior Sauvage Parfum. So it's more natural, more mellow, but still very classy. And it lasts still a good amount of time as well, around 10 hours with a medium projection. It's not as beastly as the Eau de Toilette, but I don't think it should be. I think that was kind of potentially one of the main drawbacks of the EDT. It's a little bit annoying, too much in your face, again, aggressive. I think they've smoothed it out a lot here. It still has enough character. It smells like a classy blue mandarin and sandalwood scent. I think it's really attractive. So if you're a slightly more mature guy, I think the EDT is suited to more young guys. This is slightly more mature, but I think pretty much anyone in their 20s and up can rock this. I think it's the best version of Sauvage. Dior Homme Original. So this is not the 2020 version. This is now packaged as the original because it refers to being the original DNA from 2005. Obviously it's been reformulated. It's very likely it's been reformulated and you're going to get a different fragrance, but it's the same scent profile. So this is classical Dior. It's very revolutionary. It introduced iris into masculine perfumery. Woody, clean, bright, sharp, iris, powdery, elegant, beautiful perfumery. If you want a really distinct slightly ambered out, powdery iris scent, this is the one to do it for you. I think it's masculine in its own unique, beautiful way. Not super masculine, very elegant masculine is what I would call it. It's not the most light and refreshing fragrance, so I think go a little bit easier on the trigger, but I think the Homme Original just works for the entire year round, actually, in general. I think this could work in the summertime really easily, especially if you don't go too crazy with the amount of sprays. I think it'll leave a really elegant scent trail. So if you want to smell elegant, artistic, and really, I don't know, like a sensitive kind of guy with your fragrance, I think the Homme Original is the one to do it. I get 12 hours longevity with a medium projection. Acqua di Gio Parfum. The best version of Acqua di Gio, again, in my opinion. 12 hours longevity, medium projection, it won our public reactions, it still gets the job done. Acqua di Gio is a classical DNA, very classic, smooth, masculine aquatics, woods, and citruses here, made by Alberto Marias, who's a master perfumer. So if you want a safe DNA, this is the one to do it for you. It's a little bit metallic, herbaceous, referring more to the Essenza flanker in my opinion. I think Parfum to me smells like a fragrance that's resurrected Essenza. I don't think it smells that much like Acqua di Gio Perfume, apart from obviously being from the same line. I think it's more similar to Essenza. And in my opinion, Essenza was the best flanker from the entire Acqua di Gio line, so I'm really glad they kind of brought it back with this. This is the concentration I recommend if you want to smell sexy, safe, very easy grab and go summer fragrance that lasts 12 hours. Alexandria Fragrances Black Panther. With this fragrance, I do not think you need to buy Bvlgari's Tygar. This is a clone of that fragrance. It is grapefruit, sandalwood, and ambroxan. Very simple, but very sexy combination that just works. I'm actually wearing it right now on my skin. I think it smells incredibly attractive. It's juicy, invigorating, a little bit watery, musky, like a very attractive, easy, just dumb reach kind of summer fragrance. I kind of feel like this could be an easy grab and go for your everyday life in the summertime. I really do think it's just perfect for the high heat, but it's still so long lasting. And Ambroxan is used really nicely here. It's not annoying like in Sauvage. I feel like it's just very mellowed out and musky, kind of goes in smoothly with the rest of the ingredients, which I really love about this DNA. I think Tygar is a great DNA, but just horribly overpriced, which is why I'm glad that a really good clone like this exists. I have not tried Afnan Turathi Blue, and a lot of people say great things about that as well. I know you guys are going to comment it, but I just don't know what it smells like. I tried to get it, but I think it was like out of stock, so I went for this instead, and it worked out for me, so that's my experience, guys. I get 10 hours longevity with a medium projection. Mancera Cedrat Boise Intense. This is a 10 out of 10 signature all year round scent for me in general. The Intense takes the original being fruity, smoky, woody, and adds a thickness to it with some leather and synthetic oud here as well. I think it kind of elevates it all, really smooths out the blend. I think this is better than the original in my opinion, and the original fragrance was one of my biggest compliment getters ever, especially the really old stuff, the old formulations that were just beastly. This is still quite a beastly fragrance. This is 12 hours with a medium projection. And I just think it's your woody citrus cologne that's, hey, if you like Dior Sauvage but want to upgrade to another woody citrus cologne fragrance, I'm not saying they're clones at all, I think you can go for Cedrat Boise Intense. I always say this is the fragrance collector's Dior Sauvage. It does all the same functions, similar appeal, I guess, a similar family, but I just think this is more interesting. So try this fragrance out if you want to get into affordable niche. And lastly, Memoirs of a Perfume Collector, Tales from Zanzibar. This is a super interesting fragrance for those of you who want to elevate your collection this year, add something new and exciting into your niche wardrobe. If you like the fruit of guava, if you know what it is, and you can imagine what it smells like, I think this fragrance recreates it beautifully. Memoirs of a Perfume Collector, a lot of their summer fragrances actually do take a fruit that's really exotic and interesting, like they use mango in Trouble in Paradise, for example, but here they use guava with oud, muskiness in here, woody, metallic muskiness as well, I would say. So it's like metallic, musky, woody guava. A super interesting, tropical, light, beautiful scent that lasts 12 hours with a soft to medium projection. Really impressive for the price, £150 for something that's so unique, high quality. I think they're using real oud in here as well, by the way. I think this makes it a steal for the price. I think this is a brand everyone should check out. And that concludes this video, guys. What are your thoughts on the summer season? Are you frustrated that a lot of fragrances don't last in this category? What are some of your favorite summer fragrances that last at least 10 hours? I know it's a big ask, guys, but go ahead and share in the comments down below to help the rest of us out. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our previous video on summer fragrances. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.